Hey guys, Jack from Jack Deville and Mr. Black here today with an all-new pedal called the Pana-Trem. On the surface, the Pana-Trem is a really straightforward, very simple tremolo pedal, amplitude modulation. It automatically adjusts the level of the output. However, there's a couple of really neat little tricks that the Pana-Trem has up its sleeve, and we're going to look at those in this video. Let's start with a basic overview of the controls. Like many of our stereo pedals, there are three controls, labeled left to right, intensity, shift, and frequency. They're all quite simple to use and pretty straightforward, but we'll talk a little about them so you're very familiar with them and know exactly what you're getting into. Intensity is a very straightforward and easy to use control. Essentially, it is your intensity of your tremolo. All the way down, you're going to have no tremolo effect. All the way up, you're going to have maximum tremolo effect, so you're going to have a full cut when the tremolo reaches its low cycle. Depending on mode, you'll see how that interacts later on. Shift is where things really get interesting. All the way down, you've got a standard, regular old tremolo. However, as you begin to bring it up, the Pana-Trem begins to behave more like a harmonic vibrato rather than a standard trem. So all the way up, and you're going to have that shift between high and low frequencies inversely proportional and affecting one another. Right in the middle, you're going to find your kind of basic brown-faced tremolo setting. Frequency is, as the name would suggest, the speed at which the tremolo is going to oscillate. All the way down, you're going to be pretty low. All the way up, it's going to be pretty fast, pretty straightforward and simple. We've also got two little buttons here. Our save button, which interacts with our preset foot switch for saving a favorite or preferred setting. Our pulsar and panner button, and that's where things get neat. Right now, you can see the LEDs are lit green. We are in panner mode. So we're going to be going left to right as the left side decreases in amplitude and volume, the right side increases, and vice versa. Pulsar, the left and right sides are going to be identical, so they're going to pulse in unison, and we'll hear a little bit of that shortly. We've got our tremolo foot switch, which activates or deactivates the whole Pana-Trem, and our preset, which will recall whatever save setting we've had. Now, if we'd like to save a setting, I particularly really enjoy this one, more or less, somewhere in there. Simply push your save button. Oh, excuse me. Let's switch it over to the green mode, as I prefer the panning setting. We'll find our setting again here. Push our save button. You'll see our preset light blink 3 times, and now our setting is saved. From there, we can change our settings, change our mode or whatever, and as soon as we push preset, we're going to recall those settings that we had just saved. The expression control is very simple to use as well, and any standard expression will work. You'll note that there is a small little blue dot, and all you have to do is connect your expression pedal, turn your knob all the way up to that blue dot, and now you've assigned that control to your expression pedal. We try to make our stuff as simple as possible. I'm going to play one for you that's a real classic. I have a personal sentimental attachment to this song, and I'm going to set up the Pana-Trem to switch between pulsar and panner mode using the preset. For this little segment, I've already got my preferred settings worked out in my head, but we're going to go ahead and save them so we can switch between pulsar and panner modes. I like the intensity all the way up, the shift all the way down, so we're working as a very straightforward and simple tremolo, and our frequency probably right about there or so. Let's switch over to pulsar mode so the LEDs are lit red. Save it. We see our preset light move a little bit so that we know we've got it saved, and we're good to go. Now, why don't we switch over to our green mode? We'll start in panner, indicated by the green LEDs, and midway through, I'll push the preset button and engage our pulsar mode, and you'll hear the difference there. So hopefully you could hear quite a difference between pulsar and panner modes. Let's have a look at the expression control configurations. Connecting an expression control to the Pana-Trem is quite simple. We've got our EXP jack highlighted here in blue, and at the end of each knob's travel, you'll see a small blue dot. In order to connect an expression pedal, we simply take our handy-dandy expression pedal with our tip ring sleeve, plug it into our EXP jack, and dial whichever control we would like all the way up to that little blue dot, all the way up, and now we have assigned that control to our expression pedal. For this final segment, I prefer this one in panner mode, so we're indicated by the green LEDs, and I'm going to assign the expression to the intensity control with kind of a lower frequency, and you'll be able to hear it really kind of come in and back out as I begin to toe forward and heel back on this expression control. Let's have a listen. Well, that's a quick look at the Pana-Trem, available April 2018 at MrBlackPedals.com and our dealers nation and worldwide. Hope you liked it as much as we do.